Alex, what are you doing?
What are you up to?
I'm just looking at your Letterboxd D reviews, Zach. Let me read this one about Uncut Gems. There were 3 times that Adam Sandler uttered, "I'm gonna come." I cummed each time.
Cummed?
Cummed. He said cummed.
Each time.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
God.
That's very funny.
Thanks.
2019 is
It's dead.
Dead.
It's gone.
2019 is dead.
Killed it.
Guillotined.
And it was a wonderful year for film.
It was actually really, really good.
It was really
The
good.
past 2 years have kind of just been,
Yeah.
but today, this year, today,
Right here today.
so many good movies.
So today we're going to be looking at our top 5 favorite movies from 2019.
So, my number 5 is going to be Avengers Endgame. Yeah, dude.
Really?
I really, really enjoyed this movie. I gave it a perfect score, but as I kind of waited, as I kind of thought about it, I was like, it doesn't feel right to put it higher on the list, but it definitely made it into my top 5. Just a good conclusion, and I loved how they wrapped everything up in a warm blanket.
Guess what? Number 5 is Avengers Endgame for me also.
Whoa! Hi!
I think it's really great. I think Tony Stark's arc wrapping up beautifully with him dying is really good, and Thanos biting the dust is really cool. Time travel is always fun when you're done it good, and it's good. So that's it. It's really good. Love it.
5th place for me is going to be Uncut Gems. Adam Sandler, freaking
The Safdie brothers.
Safdie. The Safdie brothers. Just intense the entire time. Really well acted. Score was so odd, but it worked. And I was in for it the whole time. It was a really good movie.
Hey Josh, do you wanna hear my secret?
Huh?
My number 4 is Uncut Gems.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that movie made me fucking squirm so much. I was like, just stop making those choices, and it kept going down this hole that I just wanted to get out of, but it wouldn't let you out until the very end. And you weren't really out of the hole at the end. It was just like,
My number 4 is Ford versus Ferrari.
dude,
Yeah.
transition.
This movie is entertainment to the purest degree. Just
so
seeing people race really fast and having the characters to put together with that racing and seeing the behind the scenes of it all. It's very entertaining. It's very awesome and fun, and I would watch it a million times more. That's it.
Yeah, we all loved it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
3 of us.
2.5 hour movie that feels like an hour.
Yeah.
So my number 4 is actually going to be Parasite. Which, have you seen Parasite? Have you seen, I finally saw it, and yes, it was wonderful. It makes sense why everyone loves it. And this year was full of so many good movies, and that has to be on my list. So I'm going with Parasite.
Only number 4.
Only number 4, yeah.
Only number 4. I wonder if it's on your list, Zach. My number 3 is The Lighthouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You're going to see a theme through my next 3, but this movie is really cool. It takes the horror genre and kind of puts a little spin on it. It's very fun. You don't know what's happening half the movie. It's very weird. And it's a lot of screaming at each other. But the visuals and the stuff they try to make you wrap your brain around and understand who's right and who's wrong is very just super entertaining, and you're always freaked out the entire time, and it's wonderful and I love it, and that's it.
My number 3 is Knives Out. You just have a powerhouse of actors and just a super tight script that just is so convoluted, but everything just goes into one thing and goes into the other, and it's just a good fun time, and you think you know where it's going and then you don't. I'm not super smart with movies, so I was surprised, but yeah, I really liked it. I loved it, actually. Loved it.
Watching those characters just talk to each other is some of the most entertaining stuff that happened this year.
Funny.
It's so good. Yeah.
So entertaining, in fact. Knives Out is my 3rd place as well. Knives Out is my 3rd place as well, in case you couldn't hear that with everyone screaming. Knives Out was just a delight in the theater. Ana de Armas is just fantastic. I loved her little quiet character.
She was so cute.
the perfect guide through all these crazy characters. It was great. It was great. Okay, and that'll lead into my number 2, which is The Lighthouse.
Hey!
I loved The Lighthouse because I've never seen anything like it. I have never seen a movie quite like The Lighthouse. It scared me, it intrigued me, it confused me, and was just beautiful to watch. Acting is so good.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's terrifying. It's my number 2 as well.
I knew it.
Yeah. Oh my God. It honestly like made me feel sick. And I loved that. Just the two of them and how they interact with each other. I forgot that they were basically the only 2 actors in this movie, and they just carried it from beginning to end. And it was extremely beautiful to look at. And I love Pattinson and Defoe.
Dang. Guys, this is the only movie that was on all 3 of our lists. So like, congrats, Lighthouse. That's the boomcap pick.
Boomcap's number 1.
Yeah. My number 2 is probably something you guys forgot about, but it's Us.
Oh, yeah.
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 That came out this year?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I love this movie. Get Out is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and I think this one is much better. So, like...
It's really good.
It's awesome. It's like what you said about The Lighthouse. It's very unique and different to a point, and like, it's just entertaining. And it's like, who's gonna live? What's happening? And then the plot twist is like, whoa! And it's so cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Peele is like one of those directors, you know, with Get Out, everyone was like, it only goes down from here.
Yeah.
But no, he's still going strong. Solid. Was great.
Cannot wait for his next movie. One of my favorite directors now, easily.
All right, so before we give our number 1, let's give our dishonorable mention.
Yes.
A movie this year that made us just sad or tired.
Or angry.
Or all of the above.
All of the above.
Mine's the generic one. I'm gonna get out of the way right now. It was fucking Cats.
Oh.
Cats. Like, people shit on this movie so much, and it really does live up to its name. I can't imagine why this was even made into a musical. I don't know why this came out of someone's brain. Wow, this is really mean.
It's okay. It's okay.
I just did not want to be there.
Hey.
The songs made me really
No one
uncomfortable.
can hurt you.
I kind of like some of the boobies, but overall, it's
Cat
just,
boobies.
Literally a furry.
I'm not furry.
You just admitted to it.
So my dishonorable mention is actually gonna go to It Chapter 2.
Oh.
Like, it wasn't a bad movie, but it could have been so good. As soon as all the characters met, I was just like, let's freaking go. Like, I was so hype up until that point, and then just CGI, overproduction, cheesy dialogue to the fucking max. And like it was still enjoyable, but I was also sad with what.
You're just disappointed.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
They had the cast. They had the setup.
They had the
They had chapter
The
1.
cast.
They had the cast.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of movies this year, but I have a 3-way tie in terms of dishonorable movies this year. And it goes from sad, mad, and disappointed.
Okay.
And disappointed is It Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Like, It Chapter 1 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Just because of how goofy and silly and actually kind of scary
wonderful.
it is. It's so fun. It's super funny. God, I love that movie. It Chapter 2 is none of those things. Anyway, disappointed, that one. Sad, Rise of Skywalker. Like, I watched this movie 4 times. First time I was like, I like it. It's fun. For second time, I'm like, okay, there's a lot of issues with this movie, but I'm still like, whatever on it. Third time, I'm like, I hate this. And then fourth time, I'm like, I'm never watching this movie again. But mad, and probably more than these other 2, is Lion King. I hate Lion King to its core. Like, my least favorite movie, period. There's no, like, of the year, just period.
Guess what my number one is?
Oh, I wonder.
Parasite.
Oh my God, have you seen Parasite?
Not yet. I need to.
You need to, Alex. I think out of every one of us, you'd probably love it the most. There's so many levels and so many turns that I just had no idea what was happening, and it felt so right. And the whole family is that I love all the characters and each choice that they made, and it was just solid. I'm a fan of tight spaces, stories contained in a tight space.
Mm-hmm. It is a tight and so simple. The idea of it is so simple and executed masterfully.
Yeah.
My number one, which is probably the biggest like left turn out of all of these, I think, is Dr. Sleep.
Oh yeah, you loved that.
I
movie.
love Dr. Sleep. I get it. It's like cheesy and whatever, but like I like cheesy movies, and it's a horror movie on top of that, and it's entertaining. I didn't love The Shining, but like I didn't think after The Shining they could improve or like make a character out of little kid. Mm-hmm. But they made it a very like interesting idea.
And he's Obi-Wan.
It's like the villain is amazing. The main like Obi-Wan is like fantastic, and I love hearing him just speak words, and it's so fun. And I love it. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
God.
They build a pretty cool fantasy world.
Yeah.
Like I really dug like the magic.
If I was to make a movie, this is what the movie I would make, like easily.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Yeah.
Okay, and my number one of the year is Marriage Story.
Oh.
Good fucking God. I've never seen a movie like this. It was just, let's put the viewer as if they were a fly on the wall, listening to this just gutting, but not too gutting, like story. It was very realistic is what I'm trying to say. Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson talked like real people. And this was my first Baumbach film that I've seen, and I know he does dialogue like this, but I've never seen a movie that has people talk like real people. And it also is a wonderful story. So
It seemed like a painful movie to make. The emotions that they got out of the actors must have just drained them at the end of the day, because it just felt so real.
yeah, love's not real after watching this movie.
Dang.
Like, right? It makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. All right, real quick, I think we should say our favorite movie of the entire decade.
Okay. Just rapid fire, no explanations.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah.
Whiplash.
And Inception, it's 2010. I mean, that's the real answer. So
I love all of those movies.
yeah. All of these movies.
Yeah, they're all really good. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to find out more about the movies that we watch, either together or individually, we've got our reviews down below on a website called Letterboxd or Letterboxd. Yeah, if you want to know us more.
It's okay, you did good.
You could just immediately tell when you're unraveling. Just the lip twitch, and it's like, oh, here we go.
But yeah, go check it out. We love movies. What was the most average movie you guys saw?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Jumanji, probably.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for me.
Okay.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
I knew it.